Right, hello Year 4. Welcome to a homework video from Science Mr. Robertson. Today, we're talking about one of your space projects. We're talking about Pluto. Pluto, when I was young, was the 9th planet of the solar system. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But now, scientists don't think this anymore. We only have 8 planets in the solar system. You, Year 4 students, will have to do a project where you will have to discuss if Pluto should be or should not be a planet. I will not give you the answers to that in this video, but I will tell you a little bit about why there is scientific debate, and hopefully you can find some answers from there. Remember, of course, that it's the skill of explaining that will get you top marks. And we will assess this by you doing a little presentation. You could choose to do a video like I do, or a podcast, or you could do it in person with me, whatever you choose. But I look forward to hearing what you have to say about Pluto, because it was discovered, Pluto, in around 1905, but only formally, properly found exactly where it was in 1930. And we had found nothing like it before, so we put it as a planet, and that was all fine. And we found it had a moon. Oh, lots of planets have moons, that's good. And we put it as a planet. It was really simple. However, then there was problems. We found it had something that we called an elliptical orbit. Its orbit was not close to a circle. Pluto's orbit is much more like an ellipse, like this shape. That's not normal. There are no planets that do that. So that's something different. And then we found that that moon of Pluto was really big. Pluto is a tiny planet, but then its moon is nearly the same size as it. The moon the Earth has is so much smaller than the Earth, but these are almost like two little planets together. It was different. So then we didn't know what to do, so we just ignored Pluto. We kept it as the 9th planet. But then we got to the 21st century. And in the 21st century, our telescopes were much better, and we found lots of other little planets. We found lots of things that were near Pluto, that looked like Pluto, and some of them were bigger than Pluto. We had a problem. Have we found more planets of the solar system or not? So what happened? We went to 2006, and there was a vote by space scientists. And in this vote, they could have said, yes, all of them, they're all planets. Some of them said, oh, maybe they're planets, but let's just keep it the same. And some of them said, I don't think Pluto's a planet anymore. So there was this vote, and they chose to just have 8 planets. Everything that a planet must have now must have 3 criteria. 1, goes around the sun. Pluto goes around the sun. Ding. It must have a way to have gravity to make a ball shape. Pluto has enough gravity to make itself round. Ding. And the 3rd criteria. It must do what scientists call clear the neighborhood. This means that Pluto must be the only thing that goes through its orbit. It must be the biggest thing in its orbit, in the Umlaufsbahn. And it's not. Sometimes when Pluto's crazy elliptical orbit, it goes in front of Neptune. There are lots of other little planets that are very, very close to Pluto. So the scientists said that wasn't right. So Pluto could not be a planet anymore. That is the history. That is what has happened to Pluto. My question for you all is, what do you think? Is Pluto a planet? What do you believe? I've told you the history of what scientists did, what scientists voted on, but what do you think? Is Pluto a planet to you? What are your criteria for a planet? What do you think? That's the question this whole assessment is about. You use your science skills and your science words and see if you can understand this problem here. There are many people who still want and wish for Pluto to be a planet. Should it be? Should we have said, yes, all these things that go around the sun, they are planets? Or is a planet something else? What does that word actually mean to you? And explain why with science, and you'll do just fine. Any questions on the assessment, let me know. There'll be a checkpoint on this video to make sure you know the history, and then it's all yours. Good luck, year 4. Take care.